Well, hello campers. It's Tuesday afternoon. I tried to record an update this morning on the way in, and I had some technical difficulties, mainly because of gloved fat fingers, I think. But I did my whole update, and it just didn't record any of it. So we're doing it this afternoon on the way home. So we got a little bit of traffic to fight through here for a minute, and then it's going to get quite windy for a second, but we'll manage. So it was pretty good on the diet yesterday. Yesterday morning, I did weigh in at 104.9. So as expected, I did gain a little bit of weight back after my fast. But this morning, I was 104.3. So that was good. So started to come back down. I was on pretty strict carnivore yesterday, although I did have my beef and rice lunchtime meal that I'm trying to see how it works. And again, if you didn't hear me talk about it, basically what that is I cook up some mince like I'm going to make it for tacos. So I use Mexican kind of taco seasoning and that kind of thing in 500 grams of beef, mince, and then I cook some rice separately, and I use basmati rice because it's the lowest GI rice there is. And I also cook it boiling in water, and I rinse it first, which I know a lot of people will scream about, but it gets a lot of the starch out of it. So I rinse it, then I cook it, strain it, put it in the freezer. We'll run it under some cold water to cool it down, put it in the freezer, and let it get cold so that the magic can happen, and basically the insides recrystallize in a different way, which means that you get much less of an insulin response from the rice. So once the rice is cooled down, then I take it out, I mix it in with the beef on the stove, just warm it up to a good temperature to eat, and then basically box it up and have it ready for lunch the next day. And so I had that yesterday for lunch, and then I went home last night and I had fajitas. So I had chicken and I had some peppers, some yellow and some red bell peppers with that, and some onions and some guacamole, but homemade. None of this, nothing packaged, everything homemade from scratch. And I think, again, this is part of the key of this diet, is to really not eat any processed food. So I did that. I felt really good. I didn't feel a massive insulin spike from the rice when I had that at lunchtime. And I went for a 5K walk outdoors afterwards as well, which was quite good. So that was mostly zone 2, a little bit of zone 3. And so I felt quite good about that, and decided I would do it again today. So I had the same thing for lunch today. So I had the beef and the rice. I went for a 5K walk. I went a little bit of a different route today. So I was a little bit less in zone 2, a lot more in zone 3, and a little bit in zone 4 probably, because there's a very steep hill on the way I went. And I'm going to leave it there for the minute because it's going to get very loud here, and then I will pick up when I slow down again. So we'll see you in a minute. There's an ambulance just up there, and I hope it's not going where we're going. I hope there's not been an accident and they're going to said accident. That would throw a spanner in the works, that's for sure. But we'll see. We will just scooch up here, get in where we can. Anyway, so Had a good lunch. I feel like had no snacking. Well, that's not true. I had a few peanuts, but no snacking, nothing this morning. I had one coffee with a little bit of milk in it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So pretty good on the diet. Again, not strict carnivore. No one would say, particularly having rice. I'm sure all the carnivore fanatics will be up in arms and say it's not carnivore, which is fine, it's not. But I believe that it seems to work pretty well, so we're going to find out. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner tonight, but I suspect that the walking may be doing more good than anything else, particularly right after I eat. So that's the other thing I'm trying to do is when I have my lunch, I immediately then go for a walk, which is also supposed to help regulate the insulin response. And so yeah, who knows? I mean, when I looked at my watch this afternoon, I had 10,000 steps already. So that was pretty good. And I have weighed myself every day, but I haven't written any of my macros down. So I need to do a bit of logging for that this evening when I get home. But it just depends. My wife and I may go to the beach again, and if we do that, then I won't have time. And frankly, I'd rather go to the beach with my wife than sit and log my macros about what I've eaten and what I weigh and what my fucking body fat percentage is. I couldn't really care that much at the minute. But yeah, anyway, we shall see. And I had a friend who had a motorcycle accident about 5 weeks ago, I guess, maybe a month, 4 or 5 weeks ago, and broke his leg pretty badly in a couple of places. And he's up and mobile again. And his brother is going to bring him into Tunbridge Wells tomorrow. So I'm going to have a chance to sit down with him. So I probably won't go for a massive walk outside, but I will go to the gym instead. So it'll be nice to catch up with him. I haven't planned what I'm going to eat tomorrow. I'll probably just go to the store, get some more mints, and do the same thing. And just keep doing that for lunch because that seems to work pretty well. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's pretty much the update for today. And I'm just going to fight through this traffic on the way. And if I think of anything else, I'll tack it on to the end. But otherwise, that's probably it for today. I will give everybody an update maybe tomorrow or the next day. And we'll see how I get on. But in the meantime, have a good evening. Hope you're enjoying the summertime, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.